Welcome to our midweek briefing. Parliament is expected to soon approve the construction of 10 coastal fishing harbors and landing sites. And I'll give you a breakdown of where they are and the benefits that will accrue to the people there. This morning as well, we're happy to inform you that work in the railway sector is recording some significant progress. And again, I'll give you details about that. Parliament is expected to soon approve the construction of 10 coastal fishing harbors and landing sites. This follows a recent cabinet approval given to the commercial and financial agreements that cover these projects, and a recommendation by cabinet to Parliament for its consideration and approval. A total amount of about $235 million has been earmarked for these projects and is situated in selected communities that I'll be outlining to you this morning. The government's vision to transform Ghana's fishing industry will be found on pages 18 and 19 of the NPP's 2016 manifesto. And there's a key pillar within that vision that says that top of the agenda, and here's a quote, top of the agenda for fisheries will be the program of building landing sites and storage facilities. And in fulfillment of that, we are now at the crossroads to approve and commence the construction of 10 fishing harbors and landing sites in a number of areas. The 10 identified sites where the landing beaches will be constructed are Teshi in the Greater Accra region, Axim in the Western region, Dix Cove in the Western region, Elmina in the Central region, Winneba in the Central region as well, Mumford in the Central region, Sinyabreku in the Central region, Fetegoma also in the Central region, Muri in the Central region, Keta in the Volta region. The development of the fish landing sites and ports is aimed at ensuring safe launching and landing of particularly artisanal fishing and canoes. It's also aimed at creating and maintaining a hygienic environment for the processing and the handling of fish, preventing and minimizing post-harvest losses and adding value to the fish caught by artisanal fishermen. Ladies and gentlemen, the fisheries sector plays a major role in the Ghanaian economy. It contributes about 3% of our GDP, we are told, and also has significant indirect contributions to the economy. And these include employment opportunities for marine fishermen, boatyard workers, suppliers of auxiliary goods and services, and exporting of the fish products to earn foreign exchange for the country. One of the significant expectations we have when these fish landing sites are completed is that about 12% of our total national fish stock, which is currently exported, will go up. And the completion of this project is expected to increase export volumes and directly increase the foreign exchange earnings of the country. There is an 11th landing site or fishing harbor that is to be constructed, but that is not to be constructed under the commercial and financing agreements that are currently before Parliament. That is to be constructed with a grant from the Chinese government, and that is the Jamestown Fishing Port Complex project. We have secured a grant for that one. That one doesn't, of course, require parliamentary approval, so you won't find it in the list that is going to Parliament. So that's a quick update on the fish landing sites that are about to be constructed. Second subject I want to update you on is that work in the railway sector is recording significant progress. Ladies and gentlemen, the railway sector has seen some major rehabilitation works in less than 2 years of the Akufo Addo administration, and we want to update you of the kind of progress that's going on there. I'll speak to you this morning about the Western Line, about the Eastern Line. I also speak to you about what we call the Central Spine, the Ghana-Burkina Railway Interconnectivity Project, and then the development of the metro or light rail transit systems under railways. Now, the rehabilitation of the existing 56-kilometer narrow gauge line from Kojokrom to Takwa through Nsuta is nearing completion. This will lead to the restoration of passenger rail services from Takwa to Takrady for the first time since 2007. The freight service from the manganese mine at Nsuta to Takrady is in operation, and the ongoing rehabilitation has also led to a spectacular reduction of the number of derailments and incidents that occur on the line. In 2017, due to the total deterioration of the Western line, a total of about 700 major and minor incidents were recorded on that line, 2017, including derailments. The average incidents, including derailments, since January 2018, when rehabilitation commenced in earnest, are 5 incidents per month, down from an average of about 60 incidents per month in 2017. The aim is to reduce the incidents to the barest minimum and make it an exception rather than the rule. We are also constructing a new standard gauge line along the Western line, and the construction of this new standard gauge railway line from Kojokrom to Manso, a distance of 22 kilometers, is also progressing steadily. It's being funded by the government of Ghana, and work on it is progressing steadily. On the Eastern line, the Ghana Railway Company Limited, with its own workforce, commenced rehabilitation works on the 70-kilometer narrow gauge section of the Eastern Railway line from Accra to Nsawam and Accra to Tema. Rehabilitation of the Achimota to Tema section of the line is approximately 90% complete, and test runs have already commenced on that line. It's our expectation that once we are done with the test runs and it's fully certified to commence full operation, then we'll open it up for full operation. Work is ongoing on the Achimota to Accra Central section of the line and the Achimota to Nsawam section of the line, and this will be completed before the end of 2018. 10 existing passenger coaches have also undergone refurbishment and will be put on that line once it's completed and certified for work. This is expected to enhance passenger comfort when the suburban commuter service reopens on this line. We are also working towards constructing a new standard gauge along that line. The procurement process to develop a new standard gauge for the Eastern Railway line with a distance of 340 kilometers is also ongoing. This from Accra, Tema to Kumasi, with a branch line from Bososo to Chebi. 8 consortia have submitted their final bids as at October 11, 2018, and government will complete negotiations with the most preferred concessionaire before the end of this year to develop the project on a build, operate, and transfer basis. And feasibility studies have been undertaken by government on the proposed 596-kilometer greenfield railway line from Kumasi to Paga. That's what we call the central line. The construction of the line will be undertaken in sections: Kumasi to Buipe section, Buipe to Tamale section, Tamale to Paga section, with a branch line from Tamale to Yendi. This is significant because it will be the first time since 1898, when the British introduced the railway into the then Gold Coast, that the railways will go beyond Kumasi. And the President promised that this will get to Paga. That was his vision. And this is an update of where we are in fulfilling that vision. Let me also quickly mention to you work on the Ghana-Burkina Railway Interconnectivity Project. A permanent joint committee of experts from both Ghana and Burkina Faso was established in December 2017 to facilitate the development of the rail link between the Tema port and Ouagadougou. You know, Burkina is a landlocked country, and therefore they will require a channel like this to move their goods up and also service other countries upstate. The activities of the committee led to the engagement of a transaction advisor whose services encompasses undertaking feasibility studies and providing technical advice to both countries in the engagement of a private sector investor to develop the line on a BOT basis. A short list of 12 prospective concessionaires has been made following an expression of interest process. It is expected that the international procurement process will be completed by the middle of 2019 to pave way for the construction of the line to commence also in 2019. And then finally, I want to give you an update on the metro or light rail transit systems that you may have heard about recently. Feasibility studies commenced in 2018 with the objective to identify the map out of the right-of-way for the development of the metro light rail transit systems in Accra and Kumasi. The vision will be pursued in 2019 to address the negative impacts of congestion in Accra and Kumasi. The Ghana Railway Company Limited has also signed an MOU with the George Grant University for Mines and Technology at Takwa to transform the training school, the railway training school, into an accredited tertiary institution. Under this MOU, the school will in 2019 commence to run courses in railways related subjects such as railway engineering, signaling and telecommunication, and infrastructure development to build a core of Ghanaian professionals in the railway sector. The idea is that while we are completing work on these lines, as I'm mentioning to you, and while we are working on the BOT arrangements where we can bring in private players also to develop some of the lines, it's important to build local capacity so that we don't just build a line, it's only for them to run down sometime shortly, but we have very skilled professionals from this institution who can manage that industry for us. The railway location workshop is also being modernized and equipped to become a one-stop workshop to serve the railway, mining, petroleum, and agricultural industries in Ghana. 2 out of 7 workshops have already been rehabilitated this year, and work is ongoing on rehabilitating the other 5. I want to show you a very quick video on the railway work so far, and then I will take your questions.
This is the Western Line. The Western Line starts from Sekondi Takoradi and ends in Kumasi with a branch line from Bunkwa to Awasu. Construction of a new standard gauge line has commenced on the Kujokrom to Isham section of the line. The railway sector awakens. Ghana is working again.